Looks like a good place to start a video. Saturday night, I'm gonna go to bed. Thought you might want to hear the frogs. Everybody's doing good. All accounted for. So, I'm going in. Quite a few inside. Quite a few like the layout here. You can tell where the line is, where I scraped when I cleaned the calf barn the other day and had to get in here. Muck, not muck. So, probably should do the rest of it. Probably won't be tomorrow though. And I don't think there's anybody in the feed barn. Aeroplane, stars, and frogs. So, let's see what tomorrow brings. I'm going to get my coffee made for it. Let my eyes roll back in my head. But when I get up, it's ready. I spared you feeding videos, although I flirted with those girls quite a bit. I even had a couple of those that weren't bred here. You know, they weren't conceived here. Actually came up pretty close. And the yellow tag in there might be her. I can't tell, can you? Yeah. She came up within about 2 inches of touching me. And Ty's on the couch moaning and groaning this morning, not feeling good. Yay. But I'm in here, not just to say hi to the babies and the mommies. There's your close-up look of him. I don't know that I got a good shot of him after he got cleaned up, that big old dot. But I came in here to check cows before I fired the skid steer up, and I see an issue here. I'm gonna say she got shoved underneath right there, maybe. I mean, she could have gone under there, but I doubt it. I'm guessing it was more over here. So I'm gonna sneak her back in here with her mama and go feed some bales because they're out in the feed barn. I don't feel like cleaning it yet. It doesn't have to get cleaned yet, you know. It's not quite so bad yet. And then I was thinking after I got down here, I probably should get the stuff and get that new calf taken care of. But here's one thing that we're gonna do. Put this stuff back up there. There, that's better. So hopefully it doesn't happen again. What you think, baby? Huh? What you think? What you think? Yeah? Do you want to see your mama? Do you want to go back and see your mama? Huh? You got to get up. You're going to have to get up. I think it was time to change it. I actually shut this furnace off yesterday because I was tired of listening to the fan squeal. And the fan starts squealing when it's time to change it. Yeah, it's awful clean in here all the time. That was as white as that on both sides. Of course, that was a month ago. Becky just changed one in the house too. Seems like it needs it every month. What do you know? Anyway, currently, I didn't think it'd do it, but I tried. I got the hoe on. There's couple fence posts and decent sized limbs at the bridge. I was gonna knock them out of there. Can't reach it. I didn't think I could with that. They're not really causing any damage yet. That is actually it's a lifting cable, a certified lifting cable. We wanted to replace the stationary cables for the feeders in the feed barn. It used to be rope, and when we went to replace them, Dad ordered cable. Well, somewhere things got confused, and that's what we ended up with. They're expensive, by the way. then we've just chosen not to use them. We do have one on the 2-year-old's feeder where it hooks on the north side to the ratchet strap. And if we ever get things changed in there, we'll do the same thing on the other side. But probably have to use 2. So anyway, I got one right there that'll work. Looking for a shackle. I don't know what happened to all our shackles. I really don't. I mean, we had a box full. We had a whole bunch that were actually for the back rubbers, because we always wore the ropes out on those. I mean, we wouldn't even get 1 year out of them. And ordered a bunch, and we had a box like that, half full of that size. And I don't know where the hell they are. I haven't seen them for a while. I mean, they really should be over with this stuff, but they're not. I thought they might have got put upstairs, but they're not where I would think they should be. So I don't know, other than I'm looking for them, but that one will work. I'd rather have one that still had the original bolt, because usually they're just easier to work with. But that's how I'm going to make a choker out of that, and pull a widowmaker out of one of the neighbor's trees that's right over the flower bed next to the garage. And that's also what I'm going to use to try to pull some stuff out of the flower bed for Becky. And Ty is, she was really feeling shitty earlier. She's a little better now. Her puking yesterday morning, her right side is all very upset and swelled up a bit. But they went over the hill to get a bag of milk replacer. Maybe the ride will help Ty feel better, I don't know. The bull calf in here with the big spot on his head, and the goat uddered cow out there. The guy that was herdsman for... Shut up! Frickin' pups. Guy that was herdsman for the people we got those from. We went and visited him. We ended up rehoming his dog. And my friend that runs the little rescue thing down with the coast, last I heard, decided, no, he's too good of a dog to give to somebody else. I'm keeping him. So he's in a good home. Anyway, place he's working for now, which is other side of Wilsonville. The first one to calve, I believe, was a 2-year-old with a set of twins. And she's doing really good with the one twin, but not the other. And it's like, well, bring the twin over. I got 2, but maybe too late now. I don't know. There is such a thing as being too late with that. So she is taking care of the second twin. It's just that the second twin isn't getting enough to eat. And, she's mothering it, but the other one, I guess, most likely more aggressive and getting more of mama's milk. So he's going to supplement it with a bottle and go from there. But he's never been to where we go to get the milk replacer. And he's been here. So when they get back, he's supposed to come get it. Give him a chance to see how those 2 cows are doing and how their calves are doing. In the meantime, I'm still wandering around aimlessly. And neighbor called last night. They knew that the branch was hanging down. See right there, there's some fir bough in the middle of that. It was actually attached up there and broken twice. Not really attached, but still hooked. I figured, a good yank on it would come out. She called last night and said, oh, my husband climbed the tree and cut that off. So, but, we figured it was too heavy for us to pull down by hand. It's like, well, yeah. So get that out of there so Becky can work on the flower bed again. And all those little stumps. Gonna see if I can get those out. And there's some more farther up. And that thing behind the light green thing, all the sticks sticking up in the air, I'm gonna try to pull that out. And actually, same thing right there that fir bow's tagged up in. She wants that out of there. So I'm gonna see if I can get that done. Well, I timed that right. I found everything just in time for Ty and Becky to get home. And made a mess. I hooked the limb and got it out and hooked one of her wads of junk over there and hooked the other, and she hooked everything else. But there's the limb. There's the other piece of it. And all the stuff we cut off up here, I was able to get in close enough right here, since that got buggered up when Ben bumped it when he was loading junk. That's a whole pile of stumps in there. And right there is everything that was from there up to the boxwood. And it looks, I haven't been up here to show you this, it looks like they got, oh, not quite half a pickup full sitting here. I see one thing that took them so long. You know, when you cut those into quarters, it takes a long time, because a cutting chain and a ripping chain are two totally different machines. They're two totally different animals. I thought they'd be out today to cut some, but apparently not. There's some in there that if you're hard up for firewood, you'd cut. One right there's, oh, just under 2 inch maybe. A bunch there they could cut up for firewood. I can take as much as you can. I tried to get a hold of that. I did. I hooked it. It didn't budge. I didn't think it would, which is fine. But I was able to sneak in over here. The ties were solid enough to sneak over. Got that big thing that was here out. And there's all the brushy crap. And Becky wanted me to bump that old walnut stump. Anybody that knows much about walnuts, I don't know if they still do it, but English walnuts are what most people know. But an English walnut tree, they don't hold up so well. They rot off at the ground more or less. So most were grafted onto black walnut. Black walnut takes forever to rot down. So what's left there is black walnut. And I don't know if we can see it from here. Zoom in really close. Where's my finger? That's a black walnut stump. That was actually a black walnut tree. That was cut down when I was just a wee little one. And that stump is still as solid as it was the day it was cut down. Every now and then, if I'm up there scraping the driveway or something, I bump it. It's hard. It don't budge. So, anyway, that's the mess I made there. I snuck back in after I got the lilacs out she wanted out. And grabbed what we couldn't pull out. And I grabbed that one loose so she can pick it up. She's got a mess to contend with. And there is another old stump. I don't even know what it is. I thought about trying to get in a position, but I didn't want to bugger up the roadie. The roadie's either going to stay there or it's going to get moved. And I said I didn't want to bugger it up, so I didn't try to get into it. And there might be another stump backside of this, because I went over something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, this is our day. It is far from being warm. Even though it was 50 degrees earlier, it does not feel it. It feels more like about 35 or 40. Like, I have not been warm all day. But anyway, grab some lunch and see what else to do. I think she wants to take those two roadies out too. I don't know. That one's pretty big at the base. That one ain't too big, but that one is. Well, I'm back to where I started this morning. Not that you got to see it. No new babies. Had to put fuel in the shop tank. And the guy stopped and picked up the milk replacer. I didn't get to talk to him. Why? Because I was putting fuel in the shop tank at the time. But Ty brought him down, so I would imagine he looked at that cow and that calf in this pen and other one in the other pen, and probably looked at everybody real quick. And she's just driving me crazy because she gets so close and then not so close. And 432 is playing with my pinky finger, weren't you? Yes, you were. So, anyway, get my feeding done, and looks like I need to go down and move a hose, though. The one we put into the tub down there, they have reached through and drug it out. Bad girls. Bad girls. Get these guys some grain, let the cows in the feed barn, get the back barn done, and come back up here and throw some hay in their feeder. Or I might, I'll feed them down there and put hay in while I'm here. That way I don't have to come back. What do you think? Huh? Huh? Come on, yeah, you touched me. Then I touched you. I wish the rest of you would get that close. At least they don't run away. So, that was our Sunday. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Have a great Monday.